The way this Steven Stamkos thing has gone down in Tampa, going back to last year's training camp, it's honestly pretty unbelievable for a guy who's Mr. Tampa Bay Lightning. Not only everything he's done on and off the ice in his time there and what he represents to that fan base and that franchise, but he's still a great player. Scored 40 goals this season, over a point a game, and had 100 2 years ago. And he's all but admitted how heartbroken he is that it's gone down this way with Tampa. They're basically pulling a Vegas on him, trying to upgrade him with Jake Gensel, and it's kind of ironic given who's going to Nashville with him. It's a business, I get it, this type of stuff happens, but this one really is head-scratching from the Tampa Bay Lightning here, not just on the ice, but the leadership as well. The Preds recognized the opportunity, they went up and snatched him right away. It honestly felt like this guy was a free agent for 30 seconds. Nashville grabbed him right away. And Preds fans, how are you guys feeling right now? This is one of the biggest days in that franchise's history, full stop. Forsberg and O'Reilly did a good job spearheading the offense last year, but they desperately needed some help in that regard. Getting Stamkos and then marchessault is like exactly what they needed. You plug in two 30 to 40 goal scorers with tons of character and leadership who've won into that lineup, plus you re-signed your elite goaltender and you add Brady into a defense core that already has one of the best defensemen in the entire world. Barry Trotz and the boys are cooking with absolute gas in Tennessee. And if you've been watching the TSN free agent frenzy, you know that marchessault and Stamkos both came on to talk about their new deals with Nashville. Both expressed that they were hurt with how negotiations went with Tampa and Vegas respectively, two teams that those guys were honestly cornerstone franchise pieces of. Marchessault even said, quote, "The tough part is there wasn't really a decent offer on the table. I don't think they tried their best to keep me." And the same could be said for Stamkos and Tampa if the reported offer of $3 million times 8 years was legit. But like I said, they both recognize it's a business, they're ready to move on in Nashville, and marchessault ended up signing 5 years, 5.5, so I wonder what Vegas's offer was. And if you're curious for Stamkos, it's $8 million AAV for 4 years. With how motivated these two guys are going to be on their new team to prove their old teams wrong here, plus you've got an elite offensive player in Philip Forsberg, obviously an elite defenseman in Yossi, and same goes for Saros and net. I think this is going to be one of the most exciting teams to watch this year. Coming into this free agent class, you had Stamkos and you had marchessault, two of the top goal scorers available. We were wondering where each of them were going to go, but for both to go to the same place, plus that team adds another really good defenseman, that's honestly insane, and I think that just straight up vaults this team into Stanley Cup contention. Now, of course, when you have guys in their 30s signing contracts like this, you're going to have people saying they're washed, it's not a good contract, and look, they could be right. In Stamkos and marchessault, though, I see two guys who still have some pretty good hockey left, and if they can produce at the level that many, including the Preds themselves, think they can, and that brings the Preds back to being contenders, I don't think they'll care too much what the final year or two of the deals look like. But now I pass it on to you. What do you think of these three deals, especially Stamkos and marchessault? I'm going to be making more free agency videos. It's been a wild free agency day. Happy Canada Day to my Canadian viewers. Hope you're celebrating, having a great one. Let me know which team or teams free agency moves you'd like me to hone in on. Please subscribe if you're new and like this video. You're awesome.